218 billion naira Buhari government spent to redesign Naira notes should have been given to university lecturers ASU to conclusively end strike. Sowore, welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Sowore had accused President Buhari and the Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele of deceiving Nigerians regarding the new design Naira note. Now, this is one part I've been saying, make we leave them. You understand? I was going to talk about how they use 200 and how the budget for the redesign of the Naira note is actually, to me, I feel it is padded or was padded. Yes. But let's find out how it goes. The news in detail. The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyele Sowore, has suggested that the 218 billion naira President Muhammadu Buhari's government claimed is spent on redesigning Naira notes should have been used to implement the demands of the University Lecturers, Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, who on strike for 8 months. During a live channel television program on Wednesday night, Sowore said that the Nigerian government does not care about issues affecting Nigerians. According to the AAC presidential candidate, that was why the government could spend such an amount on an insignificant project. He said, and I quote, "In the United States, you also know that when it got to a point, they were planning to make a law. I do not know if they eventually made that law. There was a Reduction in Inflation Act kind of law that they were pursuing because they were concerned not just about elections, but they were concerned about the ability of their citizens to cope with the inflation rate, and they started adjusting a number of things. Not just a law that say inflation must remain at a point, but they're also concerned about employment. They are concerned about production, they're concerned about losses, and they're also concerned about the manpower running the economic affairs. So these are the issues that we get from leaders who are concerned about the welfare of the people of the country and not the redesign of the Naira, which cost us 218 billion naira. We could have given that money to ASU so that they can start from somewhere. They can call off the strike conclusively and the education sector could be running," he added. He noted that such an intervention fund will aid in the prevention of strike actions as well as to improve the country's tertiary educational sector. Sowore had also accused the President Buhari and the Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele of deceiving Nigerians regarding the newly designed Naira note. Sahara reporters earlier reported that President Buhari unveiled the new notes on Wednesday morning before the Federal Executive Council FEC meeting at the State House, Abuja. Following the unveiling, Sowore on his Facebook page noted that nothing changed in the new designs except the colors. He said, "Godwin Emefiele of Central Bank of Nigeria and Muhammad Buhari just played Nigerians over fraudulent so-called redesign of the Naira. Nothing was redesigned, just a change of dial. Crooks. Hashtag, we cannot continue like this." Meanwhile, the university lecturers ASU suspended its 8-month strike on October 14th in response to a National Industrial Court order requiring them to return to work. When they returned to school, the federal government paid them half of the salaries for the month of October. The development did not go down well for the lecturers, who staged a one-day nationwide protest last Monday over the partial payment. However, the Nigerian government has since defended the pro-rata payment made to ASU members in October, claiming they cannot be paid for the work that was not completed. You can see fraud written all over this. I said when it is time, deep down in my mind, I was saying the matter we concern is redesign Naira notes. Yeah? Apart from the fact that these people, they have not given us, how am I going to put it? I don't know which particular person came out and said it is when we have a feel. Oh my goodness. It is when we get to have a feel of a Naira note that we are going to know what it's worth. Because a lot of people, in fact, not a lot of people, social media is going agog. You know, a lot of people feel it is a filter. Some say it's a Snapchat filter. You know, some say, it is something you can sit down over your Corel Draw, over your which other application, and you do it in matter of minutes. You can have it done. And I'm like, okay, no problem. It don't happen. They say it don't happen. You know, people, I think just very few persons were concerned about the fund that was used, but I've been saying, let me just leave it. But now that it has been brought out in the open sincerely, this is what I have to say. Me, I feel it is too much. Sincerely, I feel it is too much. And of course, somebody had just given us what we call how the money would have been channeled. And sincerely, I am waiting for the inflation to go down. Remember, they told us, number one, that the number one reason for this is to reduce inflation. And the second reason was to make sure that, these new Naira notes will be very difficult to be made counterfeit. As in the fake currency of it should not be easy to make. As in, even if it is fake, it is going to be easily recognizable that this is not the original. So I'm waiting. The part I'm waiting for, first of all, is the inflation aspects. Make things just go down a bit. You don't choke all of us. Okay. I think ASU should be wise not to allow the union be indirectly use a platform for destroying of education in Nigeria by this government. For a president that stayed 6 months before appointing ministers and only to appoint a farmer, oh my goodness, as education minister, a medical doctor as labor minister, a lawyer as works, housing and electricity minister as so on, definitely has a game plan. So ASU should see their own as sacrifice like other patriotic Nigerians still have a dedicated and dependable government that they can renegotiate with. May we live long to see Nigeria alive again. The prayer that I always pray every day. Make Nigeria better for our time. You are correct, but the redesign of the currency is equally okay because it has taught those wicked politicians a bitter lesson. One can go to the ATM and withdraw money in peace, unlike before one hardly see money to withdraw. That's the only thing they did. That's the only thing they did. And I thought by now, or maybe, yes, I thought that by now, EFCC will, we'll be hearing one case of somebody going to put money and deposits, and they're asking the person, where are you getting this money from? I was thinking case will be flying up and down. But alas again, EFCC never disappoints me. We never hear any news. We are still watching. Hopefully the news will start rolling in immediately, the new notes and circulation. Okay? If you are coming from Boko Haram background and mentality, even if you're a 4-star general, you won't take education as a priority. That is actually that's ouch. And believe you me, I am very angry at ASU for even returning back to teach, if you ask me. And this is why I'm angry. I am saying what the government or that particular court actually did was to take off the take off the ability of the lecturers or the teachers to vent to the government and, send them back and they start venting to the children. What will happen would be, people imagine where you're not going to teach with, a light heart. You're not going to teach, you're not being paid. You have not been working for months and you have not been paid. What do you think will happen? You're going to purposely give students anything, you can figure it out by yourself. That's what it is. Yes, they transfer the aggression to those students and the return is not going to be nice. So I was of the opinion that why would you embark on a 7-month strike and the court just come from nowhere and say we should resume work? To me, I find it very ridiculous. In fact, I felt they have started this. They should make sure they carried it on. Yes, but unfortunately it's over. But I have to say this: they should have made sure they carried it on and make sure that they got what they wanted. I mean, it should have been a one-time off. Then you don't even know what will happen in the next month, next 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1 year. And then we are back to the same issue, which, of course, it doesn't make sense. All right, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your